Hello everyone, this is our second video. Welcome all to SSR Educational Academy online. Now, in the previous video, this is my second video actually. So in the first video I have explained you about our depreciation first method, that is fixed installment method, or you can call it as straight line method, or it can be called it as original cost method. Okay, that was the previous method I have explained you in the previous video. You can go through that to understand this current video. Right now, in this particular video I am going to explain you about one more method, second method of depreciation, calculating depreciation. That method is called as diminishing balance method. What is that? Diminishing balance method. Okay, now this can also be called as reducing balance method, right? Yes sir. Next, also called as written down value method. So these are the three different names given for this particular method. Now under this method, what we have to do, I'll give you that note point. Actually there is a difference between a fixed installment method and reducing or diminishing balance method. These two methods, first video method and this second video method, are different in what way? The simple way is the computation procedure. There in the fixed installment method, we used to calculate depreciation on original cost of the asset every year. That means the depreciation remains same throughout the life of the asset. But here in this method, depreciation will be calculated on the brought down value. That means the balance value after providing depreciation, that will be calculated. Okay, that is note point. And here one more note point is depreciation amount. That means annual depreciation will keep on changing. Okay, so annual depreciation will be keep on changing. So here, look at this, annual depreciation. So annual depreciation will keep on changing. Please remember that annual depreciation will keep on changing every year. Right? These are the two important points to be noted. Now, I hope you all have understood the difference between the fixed installment method and diminishing balance method. Now, let us go through one problem to understand this method very easily. Okay, so in this particular problem, look at the question. Siva Traders bought a machine for rupees 75,000 on 1st April 2007 and depreciation was provided at 10% under which method? Diminishing balance method. Yes sir. Now on 31st March 2010, means after utilizing it for 3 years, you can observe this 2007 to 2010, there are 3 years gap. Okay, so for 3 years we have utilized it. Then what happened? You see, the machine became obsolete and sold for rupees 30,000. So it became obsolete, that means useless. So that is the reason why what he did, he sold it for 30,000 rupees ma. So now what we have to do? Simple. Whenever sale of asset is given under depreciation, you should prepare this working note for sure. It is compulsory to prepare working note for computing profit or loss on sale of machine. We are selling the machine now, so that is the reason why we should compute the value of the balance amount, which is either maybe profit or sometimes it may be loss. So how to find that? I'll let you know. So look at the working note very carefully. Okay, first we will start with what? Cost of the machine. Cost of the machine as on what date we have purchased it? 1st April 2007. We have purchased it on 1st April 2007. What is the amount? The amount is 75,000. Okay, now after purchasing this, we will start utilizing it, and with the completion of one financial year, what we have to do? We have to calculate depreciation. We have to calculate what? Depreciation. So less depreciation as on, what is the ending of financial year for 2007 to 8? 7 to 8 means 31st March 2008. This is financial year ending. So what is the rate of depreciation given? 10%. So on this total value of the asset, that is 75,000, we should calculate 10%. We should calculate what? 10%. 10% gives you what? 7,500. That will be posted here. Simple thing. So 7,500 is our depreciation. Deduct that amount. The balance is 67,500, which will be shown as follows. Balance as on 31st March 2008. No, it is 1st April 2008. Okay, starting of next financial year. This becomes opening balance for the next financial year. Yes or no? We know that as account student, we know that previous year closing balance becomes opening balance for the current year. Yes or no? Yes sir. So now the next one, again one more year we have utilized it, and again what we have to calculate? We have to calculate depreciation for 2008 also. We have to calculate depreciation for 2009, 8 to 9 financial year. So depreciation as on 31st March 2009. This is one more financial year. And what is the depreciation amount? Is it 7,500? It will be same. No, if it is same, then there is no difference between fixed installment method and diminishing balance method. There should be some difference, right? The difference is, as I told you, note a point, depreciation will be calculated on the brought down value. Depreciation will be calculated on the brought down value. So it is our brought down value, right? On this value we have to calculate depreciation, not on the original cost. Okay, so let me do it. 67,500 is the balance amount. On that again we have to calculate 10%, which gives you 6,750. Which gives you 6,750. Okay now? So that will be recorded here. 6,750. Right everyone? Now 6,750 will be deducted, and the balance amount is on which date? The balance will be a opening balance for the next financial year now. So balance as on 1/4/2009. It is beginning of next financial year. So again in the same way, less depreciation as on 31st March 2010. This is one more financial year. This is first financial year, this is second financial year, this is going to be third financial year. So in this third financial year, what is the depreciation? Again on the balance is 60,750, right? On that we have to calculate 10%, which gives you 6075, that is 6,075. 6,075 is our depreciation amount. Understood? 6,075 is our depreciation amount. 6,075. So let us subtract this, and this becomes, after utilizing it for 3 years, the balance is 54,675. Look at this date, on 31st March 2010, means after this date, 31st March 2010 is the ending of our financial year. On the same day, what they did, the machine became obsolete and sold for 30,000. Now this balance, we cannot write it as balance on 1/4/2010 it should be recorded as book value. Okay, it should be recorded as book value of machine, book value of the machine. Okay, that is 54,675. After all calculating depreciation for throughout the life of the asset, after it becomes obsolete, immediately the balance will be called as book value of the machine. And from this book value, what we have to do is, we have to subtract. We have to do what? We have to subtract less less sale value of the machine. Sale value of the machine. For how much we sold it? We sold it for how much? Look at this, 30,000. We sold it for 30,000 rupees. Right now? Yes sir, we sold it for 30,000 rupees sir. When you sell this for 30,000 rupees, let me make it very clear for you. Look at this, book value is 54,675 whereas sale value is only 30,000. Means the value for which we have to actually sell is 54,675, but we got only 30,000 rupees, which is a loss. Which is nothing but a loss. How much loss you suffered? Look at this. The loss is 24,675. Should write it as loss on sale of machine, and it will be transferred to profit and loss account. Understood? So now based on this working, let me prepare machine account. Very simply, 1/4/2007 I have bought a machine. So whenever you purchase one asset, you should write it as to bank account, and the amount will be posted as it is, 75,000. Then on 31st March, every financial year ending, we have to calculate depreciation now. So 2008 now, as it is, as per the working we are going. Okay, so by depreciation account amount is 7,500. Now both the sides you look at that. One side is more, one side is less, so debit side and credit side should be same according to double entry bookkeeping system. So write the highest amount both the sides. Yes sir, so writing both the sides. And the balance, how you are going to get balance? 75,000 is total, minus this 7,500, you will get the balance amount that will be recorded 31st March 2008. The balance amount is by balance carried down. By balance carried down. How much? This is the balance, 67,500. 67,500. Again second. It is beginning of next financial year, 1/4/2008. Beginning of next financial year. Done. Here we will take the previous year balance as opening balance for the current year. What is the previous year closing balance? 67,500. That will become opening balance for the current year. Now again 31st March 2009, ending of this financial year. Again we have to calculate depreciation. Okay, depreciation account amounted to rupees what? It is 6,750. Look at this, 6,750. Look at the working and you have clear cut understanding now. 67,500 debit side is more, writing both the sides. Now 6,750 we have to subtract, then we will get balance on 31st March 2009. That balance will be called as by balance carried down. So how much it is? After subtraction, 60,750 as per working, 60,750. Okay, then it becomes opening balance for the next financial year, right? So that is 1/4/2009 is the next financial year beginning, and now to balance brought down. Okay, actually brought down, carried down must be in small letters, but I don't want my video to be too much lengthy. That is the reason why I am writing it continuously. So now 31st March 2010 is the ending of the financial year, 9 to 10. So again calculate depreciation. So depreciation account is equal to how much? Look at the working, 6,075. 6,075. Writing the highest amount which is shown on the debit side as it is both the sides, 60,750. Understood? Now the balance we cannot write. Okay, why we should not write balancer? Because we are selling it now. We are going to sell this asset on 31st March 2010 as per the question. You can look at this, after utilizing it for 3 years, that means up to 31st March 2010, we have utilized and we are selling it as it became obsolete. Okay now, so by whenever you purchase, you write to bank account. In the same way, whenever you sell the asset, you should write by bank account. For how much you are selling it? 30,000 rupees. we are selling it for 30,000. If you look at this, the both the sides value will not get matched. So when it is not matching both the sides, there is some difference. The difference is called as either profit or loss, as I told you in the previous video also. Now in this particular problem we got loss, so that loss should be transferred to profit and loss account 31st March 2010 by what, where we should transfer this, profit and loss account. We should transfer this to profit and loss account. Okay, understood everyone? Very easy. So the loss is 24,675. That's it. Look at this, how easy it is to understand accounts. These are two simple methods. In the first video I have explained you fixed installment method, whereas in second video I have explained you diminishing balance method based on sale of asset. Very easy to learn, right? So I'll continue this journey with your support. So please support me through your likes, shares as well as subscriptions. Okay, thank you so much. Bye. Have a nice day.